living in the rat. I mean, listen.
Just like on the shelf next to the dolls and the wasp. I think that would be fun.
The wasp is still alive. I thought he'd be dead by now, but he's still kicking.
Really best friends.
What? You have a wasp? Why do you have a wasp in a jar?
Oh, yeah,
because it was crawling on me.
Yeah.
We
watched it happen.
JD and I watched her catch it live. It was quite a sight.
This is what you get when you show up early.
Mm-hmm.
You show up early, you get to see fun
The
things
pre-show
like
show.
The
we
premium
got to meet
wasp
two of the
content.
dolls.
two of the dolls. Yep, some dolls.
We do like a meet and greet with the dolls before the last stream that you were on, Julia?
No, we were just talking about how I have to take the head off of this one.
That's
Yes,
right.
I
Just
do remember
that.
that. Yeah,
Okay.
just with the string.
I did.
The
I have
stuffing gets
shown.
moldy.
Stripper
I've
Ken and
taken
Snarek
notes.
have also been present at one point, though, because remember
Right.
they were present.
Yeah.
So some of
remember
them
that one.
have been here. Not all of them.
Did you say
Yeah,
stripper Ken?
Yes. That's what me and my sister have called him our entire lives. That's just who he
Incredible.
is. He's wearing,
Is it
these are the
vest?
pants. It is the vest.
Yeah.
So when we got
It
this
is.
doll, all he had was the turtleneck and the vest. He didn't have pants. These pants are from this doll. They're the pants that came with the Prince Eric doll and the Little Mermaid. And now he lives in this, with this petticoat, and they live.
I'm glad he finally got pants. That's good for him.
It is good for him.
I'm proud of him.
So, the loofahs.
Yes.
Oh,
We
right.
haven't even talked about the loofahs.
We have to talk about the loofahs. It'll be very brief. It's a very brief thing, but it's another example of me finding out things about Florida that I need to share. So have you ever?
that no one else knows?
Yeah.
So have you ever gone to like stores around in Florida and stuff, and you've seen like people hang like bath loofahs on like the antennas of their cars and things like that?
No.
Never in my entire life.
Not once. In my
So,
whole last
apparently-
life.
Ever.
Apparently what this is related to is that there is a very large prominent retirement facility in Florida called the Villages.
Yeah, the villages.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, people are
It's like entering Disney, dude. It's
well, they're
wild.
hanging that
Disney
it's,
for
it's
STDs.
they're hanging them on their car with different they're color coding them to let other residents of the
cool.
home know what they're
What's
down
the color
for.
code? I
Oh,
want
like
to
their
do one.
DTF.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, so
absolutely.
I have the code,
Yeah.
and so it's one of those things where it's like
Of
it's
course she has
being
the code.
Dude,
It's
old
being,
people
like,
are always dead.
That's
DTF.
like the thing at the villages. Like they
Yeah.
get down,
Yeah,
like they
that
have
is.
the highest concentration of STDs like in America.
well, because that's the thing. So they're like,
It
so they're
is.
like,
That's actual
True.
fact.
so
Yeah.
purple. So if you see a purple, and so some people
Okay.
are trying to say that's not what it's for. They're saying it's so that when you go out of your house, when you go out of your a store, you can find your car in a parking lot. But it's like,
False.
Yeah, we
mm,
know better.
no. So like
No.
Cars
purple,
beep these days.
and there's a not only that, but also this has been verified by a drag queen who like regularly works and performs at the villages.
Incredible.
That she's like, yeah, no, this is what this is about. And so like purple is just they just want to watch,
All right.
voyeurs.
Cool.
I'm literally writing all this down.
Probably more common than you think at that age.
hmm
Yeah.
Purple.
So white,
It's like TV.
a white bath loofah is novice and beginners.
Oh,
Pink.
Aww.
Hell yeah.
I
No,
know.
that's-
Why,
That's
why
so
do they
in
use
depth.
like
I would've
adventure
never.
guild terms?
Yeah.
Like,
A novice.
Purple
I'm
voyeur
but
people
a
like to
novice,
watch.
my
Pink.
lord.
Soft, pink.
A
Soft
white loofah
swap.
means novice, my lord.
Soft swap? What is
Soft
that?
swap for
What does
pink.
that mean? What does soft
okay.
swap mean?
People who like to do it with others in the room. Blue is the lowest
Soft
level of
swap.
full swap. Those who can play well with
Half
others.
Sick.
What is a half swap?
Yellow is mid-level swap for those who want to have fun
Okay.
but are still nervous.
Stop saying swap.
Oh.
Uh,
A wipe swap.
I was thinking the same
a
thing.
black bath loofah.
Wait, you're going too fast. Wait, yellow. Okay, black.
It's fine, Raph. Julia can drop this in chat.
I can provide. Black is a full swap. Those who say "What the hell? Let it all go down," and
Sick.
then
I
teal.
love
Teal.
that.
teal is bisexual for those who want to increase their dating chances.
Okay.
Incredible.
I
What was
have-
it? What the hell? Let it all out.
So if you happen to be near the villages, I need you as people who live in Florida to do me a favor and look for these cars.
I
Because
absolutely
the
will.
thing, they're like,
I don't have a choice.
yeah. So it's
I'm only like 2 hours away. I'm gonna.
I can't unlearn that.
My
Just go
dad
take a
has
trip.
my dad has a store in the villages, so he spends quite a bit of
Oh.
time
Your dad has
there.
a roof on his car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What color is it?
It's rainbow.
Oh,
I'm worried. I never asked about it, but now I'm scared too.
Shit.
you're like,
He actually has
"Oh, I
two
know."
antennas, and they have two different rainbows, and they go in descending and ascending order. And I'm like, what is this guy up to?
I'm gonna text him right now. Babe,
At
what are these?
Daddy.
Raph, is this where your obsession with dad started?
This is where Rob's obsession with money started.
Yeah.
And so this article talks about the fact that like they're like, no, these people are doing this whack ass shit. They're like, another pair of villagers who were arrested for having
I
public
don't like
outdoor
that they're called
sex.
villagers.
Pair of villagers.
I don't
It
like
is some D&D shit.
It really is.
In a town square pavilion that has otherwise
No, this
used
isn't
as a
real.
location for Republican candidates such as Rick Scott, Mitt Romney, and Sarah Palin to visit and give political speeches. So, like, with live music and alcohol flowing nightly, and older leisurely seeking adults looking for
This
looking
is a
for
D&D
friends.
game, in
There's more
theory.
to life than pickleball. There, this is where Brindlewood Bay needs to be set. We need to take a beach episode down to the villages.
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me, Julia. I'll do it.
To infiltrate the senior citizen fuck cult in Florida.
Yeah. So once again,
Oh
here's
my
some. I've now have a mission for you as our resident Florida residents to
Oh
go
my god.
investigate.
I have the thing is, right, here's the biggest thing for me. Here's the biggest thing for me is that that is not a very robust code. Like there are a lot of gaps. Those are some very
Oh, yeah.
specific things. So like, what do you do if you're not into those
I
specific
want to know. I
things?
want to know who's like the head honcho. Like, who is leading this? Who gets to decide these things?
DeSantis, probably.
No, he's not allowed there.
They don't let him in.
No, he's too restrictive on that. They're like, be free, you know.
He's restrictive in public, but like
That's a
That's
good
true.
point. That's a
Once
good
that-
point.
never mind.
Once that loofah comes out.
So now I'm curious. So now that I've mentioned it, you'll
Oh
probably
my
see them all the time, and it'll be like
I,
horrifying.
if I do, I will. I'm like, that would bring me so much joy. You don't even understand. Like,
Wow.
oh my god, dude.
Join us. I
My stomach hurts.
hope you've enjoyed this installment of pre-stream rants with Julia. Join us next stream when Justin will be talking about the sex cruises that he didn't have to work.
Incredible.
Promise?
Justin, come on the podcast. You're invited.
Brazen.
Wow. All right. Well, what a time we've had here tonight, friends.
My goodness.
Yeah, laughter really does keep us young. Really does. Come on the podcast. I heard it.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw the GIF. That makes sense. Right. Well. Good night, everybody. Had a lot of fun here tonight.
Nuts 5.
Use protection. That's the big takeaway.
Old people don't.
Yeah, well, you only have so much time left to worry about
Yeah.
it, right? You might as well, what was it? Let it all hang out there. Fuck it.
Hey, this is Class
What the
Reading.
hell?
This is Live
What
from the
the hell?
Apocalypse.
What the hell?
We're live from the apocalypse. I don't like that. But okay, that's fair. Everywhere. Everywhere. Okay. All right. Hey, we're live from the apocalypse. We're a not-for-profit TTRPG studio that makes actual play content in the forms of streams and podcasts here on the internet, mostly here on twitch.tv, to raise money for nonprofits and aid organizations and other worthy causes like that. And this is Class Reunion. This is our 5e homebrew that is, believe it or not, about a group of high school students from Ohio who've been trapped in a fantasy world for 10 years. They have been separated from each other. They have grown up and led separate lives. And now they have been reunited with the express purpose of figuring out why they were brought here in the first place. And because we are raising money for charities, we just ask that if you like what you see here, instead of doing the normal Twitch things of handing Big Jeff any money in the forms of subs or bits or any things like that, which he will immediately take half of and pocket into his dirty, grubby little pockets. You instead take the $5 or the $6 or whatever you can spare. There is no expectation. And you give it directly to the First Nations Development Institute, which is the group that we are fundraising for. And you can do that by hitting !donate in the chat. The bot will post the link, and then you can give your money to the First Nations Development Institute, a fantastic and very important nonprofit that seeks to restore economic independence to Indigenous communities here across these United States. And what else? That's it. I think that's most of the stuff. Of course, we can't stop you from subscribing, especially if you have an Amazon Prime sub included in your Amazon Prime subscription. Twitch does not allow us to turn that feature off. So feel free, I guess, if you want to, if it's important to you. But just be aware that every time you do, Brennan Lee Mulligan, beloved dungeon master of Dimension 20, will kill a dog. He will murder one dog for every month that you are subscribed to this channel. He did it to me, actually, and I've not forgiven him. That's my backstory, actually. And
you are a sick son of a.
Gonna kill that dog.
Nice. I was waiting on that.
He's the bad guy.
Oh, there goes another one.
I mean, nice. Thanks, Pukius. Frig, yeah.
Hey, good job, Pukius. Yeah. That's the things and the stuff, I think, right? We do that. Brennan Lee Mulligan kills dogs, and don't clip that and send it to him. Thank you.
One day he's gonna know, and then what will you do?
Will he? He doesn't pay attention. He doesn't watch this stream. He doesn't watch this channel.
Probably feel pretty cool at that point. You're like, hell yeah.
I probably would be. I'd probably be pretty okay with that.
Let's be honest. He'd probably think it's funny. He's the one who said it in the first place.
Hopefully, yeah. Hey, let's play some D&D, shall we?
Yeah.
But before we do that, we got to do some introductions and talk about some characters and everything like that. And we're going to go in the same order we always do, which is the order that I have installed things on my touch portal, which means that JD gets to go first.
Which means I have to remember that every single time. And I sort of did today. So hi, I am JD. I play Hunter in this stream. They are our agender ranger who has not great taste in romantic partners, but that's okay.
Whoa.
Listen, they are going through it. They are having a time.
Baby. Slop that down, dude.
And thank you for the donation.
Thank you so much for the donation.
Thank you.
Site.
And let's see, I do way too many other things. I will try to be brief. You can catch me back, and I sleep. I sleep like a normal person.
Uh-huh.
I don't do too many things. It's fine. I am, let's see, you'll find me back here twice this week. I will be back to, I feel so judged.
It's fine.
I feel so judged.
No, just do it. Nobody else can see.
Uh-huh. As I die. Okay. Yes, I will be back on Friday to run a season of Secrets and Shadows with our first table back. I will also be back on Sunday for Academy H. I will be with Tales from the Table Studios on Monday. Well, you're the worst. I will not have anything until I'm back for a season of Secrets and Shadows. That's a lie. I will be in our premiere of Thy Kingdom Come next Friday afternoon. And then I will be running a season of Secrets and Shadows directly after, because I am a masochist. You can't count it twice, Will. You can't
Yes,
count
you
it
can.
twice.
Yeah, it's 2
10
different
tables.
tables.
And that is all I am doing. No, that's a lie. I will also be with I have to admit that. I will be with the Lost Caravan this Sunday before Academy H for our probably penultimate, if not ultimate episode of Nova. And then I will be back there at the end of this month for what I'm pretty sure will be my last episode of Lancer. And that is all I have to report for right now, I think.
Damn. 7.
Yay!
You're keeping count at home.
That's
7
a good
things.
number.
That's
Yeah.
a very good number.
That's less than the last time I did that bit. I think it was 8 or 9, and you forgot some.
I think it's because I included the Changeling game last time.
Yeah.
Which I am not including since that will not be starting for a little
That
bit
makes sense.
longer. I also included Redacted.
That's fair.
Oh
fair.
yeah.
You know what I realized is that I go in order around the outside. I go in order from left to right, technically. That's why it's that way, which means that Raph, you're next.
Hello, I'm Raph. I play Max Miller. I apologize to Hunter and to JD.
It's fine. It's fine.
And I think Max is probably white loofah. I'm gonna say personally. You know what? What the hell? What the hell?
Max is as pure as fresh-driven snow.
We're too loose. We gotta tighten up.
All right. Anyway, I apologize for everything that's to come. That's 6. I will be back also on Friday for a season of Secrets and Shadows as your thank you, as your emotionally confused and dead zombie boy Carmen Deloso. Probably Will is gonna bully me now because he does that, and that's it. I think you'll find out what Lufa Carmen is on Friday.
You better promise. I'll be.
If I remember, I will.
Kelly, and by Kelly I mean Julia.
Hi,
What
I'm
Lufa?
Julia. I'm Julia. I'm your local Delaware cryptid. In this game, I play Kelly Violet, who is a rogue cleric hybrid who's really at this point just here to make sure her friends don't die. She's accomplished all she needs to accomplish here, as far as she's concerned. On Sunday, I will be here playing not Lyra Kroll with Academy H, but I will actually be, once again, the Sorrows, who is very chill and very calm and very normal. They don't do anything upsetting at all. They're very well behaved. That's all I got.
What loofah though?
What loofah?
For the Sorrows. For the Sorrows.
Oh, for the Sorrows is probably like they're a sentient bunch of spiders. They have a black loofah, obviously.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We've established that Kelly likes one person. Exactly one person. There's no loofah for Kelly.
That's fair. And Corey.
Hey, hi, it's me, Corey. I play the greatest Gritsky player of all time. Also working to become the greatest secret agent of all time. Not coming as easily as Gritsky did, but you know, we're working it out one step at a time. And the cat that keeps jumping on my lap, she just ran away before introductions, but you'll probably see me like throwing a cat off camera a lot. She's fine. Don't worry about her. She lands on her feet.
But who is she?
That's Juniper.
What's her?
And I'm
what's her
playing Wayne
Twitter
Hovacek. Oh my!
What's her Twitter handle?
Her Twitter handle is I am fucking annoying at knocking your router over.
I think that's an email address.
Yeah.
It's both.
Fair.
You're up to 7, by the way.
See where it goes, you know?
Who's counting, you know? Rough. Hi, hello, hi, my name is Will. I run this game and I do a bunch of other stuff here at Live from the Apocalypse as well. I'm one of the organizers and the storytellers here. I run and edit Academy H, our Masks Actual Play podcast, which you can find wherever you get your podcasts. And our last episode, episode 21, is very, very good. You should listen to it.
Absolutely killer.
I'm sorry, what was it?
I said it was absolutely killer.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Cool. That's true. And I do a bunch of other stuff. I play Julian Rue, the X-Team Rocket member turned chef in Missing Numbers, our Eldritch Horror Pokemon TTRPG. Wednesday night, which is tomorrow night, you can find me playing a hot 80s dad by the name of Donnie Thunder in the Eldritch Lady Badasses of Wrestling, our Call of Cthulhu lady wrestling game that is run by our good friend Alex. It is the last episode tomorrow night, which you may have heard us say several times before, but that was because there was weather that made it not possible to stream the last time. So this tomorrow night will be the actual last episode of that for now. And then Friday, you can catch me playing Abigail Donatelli, in a season of Secrets and Shadows or Regency Monster Hearts game. She is from New Jersey. She has teased hair. She wears a leather jacket. And everybody loves her. She's here to ruin everybody's lives. I think that's all I have going on, which is a very reasonable amount of things.
The loofah.
Oh, what was the buy one? That one.
Teal.
Teal. Yeah. That one, I guess. And that's it for me, which means that we can start playing Class Reunion. It's only been 32 minutes and we're starting the session. So I made pretty good time. Pretty good time. Cool. All right. So when we left off, you had made your way into the sewers through Cheapside, in the capital city of Calderon, in the kingdom of Aloran, the continent, the world of Anoon. And you met up with your old friend, unrequited lover, moral compass, Ryan Beckinsale. And he guided you through the sewer tunnels to the lair of the huntsman. That's a great question. What loofah is perfect and never done anything wrong?
Not an option. Not that on the list.
Listen, that's for Hunter. That's for Hunter.
That's fair.
Ryan Beckinsale led you through the sewers to the lair of what he believes to be the huntsman. You arrived at a junction where there was a lowered sort of pit, or rather there was a raised edge that led up to like the floodgate at the junction. And here at the bottom, you really only found a few things, a pile of rags and some carvings in the walls that depicted 4 shapes next to one much larger shape. And one of those shapes, the one closest to the big one, held a stick with a curved sort of blade at the end, much like a Gritsky stick. Right after that, a hulking form landed right behind Kelly, rose up to its full height. It was both human and inhuman at the same time, with an arm from the elbow down of pure metal, almost like liquid mercury. Had some bestial features. And as it stood there, it turned and it looked at each of you. And its mouth split open in a too wide, very toothy smile as it walked directly towards Wayne. It spread those giant arms. It said, "Ah, my family." And that's where we're going to pick up. Assuming none of you react, or maybe before you can react, the huntsman walks directly up to Wayne and puts one heavy hand on his shoulder and says, "Cousin, at last we find ourselves together."
Always love a family reunion.
Yes, this is a joyous occasion. I'll turn to look at each of you and say, I will confess I had not planned for us to meet for some time still. But this is a happy surprise.
Didn't leave us much of a choice.
There will be a slight expression of confusion on his face.
Hunter has an arrow knocked and pointed at him. They haven't shot, but they are pointing an arrow at him.
Okay. Roll me an insight check.
Oh, that's what I don't have open.
A character sheet?
No, the dice roller.
Oh, yeah.
That is an 8.
Okay, cool. He looks confused, but he doesn't look like he's going to bite you in half if you don't lower the arrow. He doesn't look like that.
Good.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's
good
great.
News. That's good news. But his eyebrows will knit and he'll say, Why do you point a weapon at me?
Because you took the arm of somebody that I care about.
Why would somebody that you care about be walking around with drugs from the Nightlands?
Excuse me, sir? Yeah. Probably because nobody knows that's where they're from.
Interesting. Roll me a diplomacy check.
Okay.
Would it be persuasion?
Yeah, probably that.
Yeah.
Is diplomacy a skill in 5e?
No.
No.
That's cool. I know how to play this game.
It was a test.
You failed.
I've been running it for like a year. It's not a big deal.
7.
Cool.
Yo, we have so many points in the pool. Please.
Yeah, it's true. You got
The
six.
dice roller is
advantage
choosing
on that.
violence.
No, I mean, what Kelly said what she said. She's
That's fine. That's fine.
like, we just found out about that today.
Ignorance is not an excuse.
Oh, so it's like Chicago rules.
Yeah. Honestly, that's kind of a good point. So we came down here thinking that, we most likely are enemies, but it sounds as though that we might be on the same side. Just to give you a frame of reference, normally we don't take people's arms off, and I think that's where we're maybe coming off on the wrong foot. But we also want to kind of figure out what's going on with the drugs. So what are you doing with the drugs? Because we may be on the same side.
Well, they taint this place with their very presence. That seems to be enough for him.
Fair
Full
enough.
stop. See,
Yeah, I mean, kind of makes sense.
yeah, we don't
Does
like
it?
them. Well, we don't like them because they're fucking up people even before you start chewing on them. It's fucking up their brains and everything else.
I took no lives.
Oh, yes, you did.
People can't live without their arms.
Well, they can. They can.
That's
With
simply not true.
livelihoods.
So some of the people,
He holds up his arm.
some of the people you bit, didn't get help in time, bled out and died. So yes, you did. You did. You didn't mean to, but you did. And just like ignorance isn't an excuse, neither is that.
Blood, yeah. I always forget about the blood.
Yeah, we have that. Oh, not an unlimited supply.
Yeah. Not you, though. He kind of like chucks Wayne playfully in the shoulder.
What? I've got blood. I got like a bunch of it.
You've got very good blood. You've got my blood.
That's a good point, I suppose. Do you know where like drugs are coming from? Because I think more so than just like taking them one, arm at a time, we may be able to kind of make our way up the chain, take with, the only one arm we need.
Oh, I know where it comes from. The Nightlands.
Shit.
What about in between? Do you know that?
Boats?
Boats. Okay.
All right, we're friggin' getting there, man.
He's
So
got
that-
a point. They do come on boats.
Or maybe something that flies.
Oh shit!
Good,
Now we're kind of
both
opening things
options.
up a bit.
Big
Okay.
birds. Do they have airplanes here?
No.
You guys remember airplanes?
Yeah, that's been a while, right?
It's been a while, huh?
So, so here's the thing. There are a lot of people out there with drugs in their pockets. Probably too many for you to, take them out so many in a night. So I think it would be easier if
I
we
can eat
went.
a lot of arms, cousin.
I bet.
Please don't.
Hey, I hear you there. So if we could get like drugs off the street in general, if we could just like stop them coming from the Nightlands, that's sounds like something we could all get together on.
If only it were that simple.
How do you find them?
I
The people, your victims.
don't think I care for that word, but
Well,
I don't
It's
know
the
if
truth.
I care what you
Wrong.
care for.
wrongdoers or evil doers, maybe, or
Evil doer. That's a little strong.
That's
Well.
extreme.
that's very strong.
well, I mean the sand is very bad, and they have it, so I can smell it. You can smell many things.
Can you smell it in large quantities so we can find maybe the source, stop it where it is?
Well, I suppose, yeah, probably, but then there wouldn't be any people around, or not as many people.
So you want to take arms?
Roll an insight check.
Nar, my inside is so bad.
The dice roller is so cruel.
It's just a flat.
I mean, you can just roll dice if you want to, but it doesn't matter.
Does it
to
look
me.
bad if I use the dice roller?
What do you mean? Does it look bad?
Am I glitchy? Like?
Oh no, you're fine.
Okay.
What is that?
I got a. Oh, what did I get?
12?
12.
It looks like a 12. There we
Yeah.
go.
12?
Yeah.
Do you have a
A
bonus?
hot 12. No, it's 0.
Okay, he's fairly easy to read, so
Okay.
that's fine. 12 is enough. He does want to eat arms, but he doesn't. He knows he shouldn't say that. So he pauses and he says, "No."
Max just turns to look at everyone who's like, that's a lie. Definitely wants to eat arms. I can't blame you. Feet.
Hey!
There's that time I ate feet.
I can't believe you're bringing that up in this moment.
This is why these things show up in your Google search, man.
Max, this is why. Max, this is why when you Google celebrities, it automatically
Yeah.
suggests feet. Feet are good too, though. Yeah, I like feet. Don't clip that. Would you call me a liar, cousin?
Yeah, I mean, no, well, it seemed like you were lying. For sure seems like you're lying. But I kind of understand, you know? I mean, I don't know exactly if it's in your nature or something like that, but I just feel like you could kill a lot, you could eat a lot of arms, and we could stop the trade of sand. So just because someone has sand in their pocket doesn't mean that you have to eat their arms. So there are people that you could eat arms of, and we could solve the sand problem.
I like this plan.
Here's the thing. There are people that do, you know, bad things, right? Other than have drugs in their pockets. There are plenty of, you know, dungeons over there in the middle of town that you could just dive on in there and eat their arms. But right now, main focus is getting the sand off the streets. Am I right? Am I right or am I right, guys?
You're
Come along
wrong.
now.
You're wrong.
Hey,
we're gonna slow down, Wayne.
I'm so confused.
Wayne, it's unethical to just assume that everyone who's in those prisons should be there. I don't. Do you recall when they put your brother and Hunter's brother in those prisons and they didn't do anything wrong? So not everybody
they have
down
Simon
there.
in there too.
Well, let's say for like the sake of, let's say for like the sake of, you know, me trying to get information and work with a creature that would probably not want to work with us, that we say that for right now, that they could eat arms if we make a deal with them.
They can eat arms of the people who are bringing sand from, you know, the dark. That's fine. Just not indiscriminately eating people in the cages. You know what?
Do they have
whose arms can I eat?
Do they have to be live arms?
Max, where else are you gonna get arms?
Max, where are you going with this?
From a dead body.
Or from an undead body.
Or from an undead body.
Kelly just kind of like pushes Ryan.
But actually, great idea.
When you look around, Ryan is not there any longer.
That bitch.
So, who am I eating?
No one yet.
No one yet. There are later down the line there will be plenty of arms. But for right now,
we're
you
figuring
can have
it out.
arms in abundance. We'll get every single one of the people who are taking in the drugs. You take all of their arms all at once. It's like an arm feast.
I don't think I want to wait.
That's a good
think,
point.
Yeah, I might just go.
No.
Like, listen. We want to work with you. We want to come to an amicable agreement here. How about we find the people bringing the sand in, and then you can eat them. But everyone else, you just leave them alone.
You make an interesting point, Kelly, but the huntsman seems stuck on that no from Max. And kind of like, Max, you get his full attention as he kind of walks a couple steps towards you it seems like he only makes noise when he wants to. He's not making any right now.
Hmm.
And he stands about a full head above Max Miller and says,
Impossible.
"What did you say to me, cousin?"
Cousin, you have taken from people who are innocent, and it clearly seems like you don't really care for justice. Justice isn't really your calling. You're just hungry or bored or tired. I don't care, but you can't go out there and kill people and take their arms. So I said no.
I want you to roll persuasion, but at disadvantage.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hunter is staring at
Damn.
Max with absolute adoration in response to this.
This isn't the time.
Maybe you feel inspired enough by Hunter's look to spend one of the advantages in the pool.
Yeah. Can I do intimidation instead?
No.
That's fine. My persuasion is not horrible. But yeah, I'm debating whether to take an inspiration or not. Max kind of looks over at Hunter and then also kind of looks over at Wayne.
Wayne says, "Go for it."
I take it. Looks back at Hunter. Takes the inspiration.
So you're going to roll flat.
No. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Now using the no on the DM.
No, PM, I do what I want. All right.
You can't stop
What's
me.
happening to us?
Hey,
Lupin.
holy shit. That's an 18.
Look at that.
Wow, mine is so slow. I'm still catching up. That's a dirty 20.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Cool. He looks at you with this very stony expression, looking down at you. And then as you watch, his expression changes. His face starts to scrunch up. Almost like he's grimacing, like he's in pain. Then you see his lower lip tremble,
Oh no.
and he bursts into tears. And is just sobbing. And he's kind of going to collapse forward. He's going to like drape his arms over you, and he's kind of just like hanging on to you. And he says, "It's all true. It's all true. And I
Wayne.
want to be better.
Wayne.
I want to be better than the rest
Wayne.
of them. I
Rubbing
always
his
have, and
back.
I don't.
You're all right. Hey, come along now. That's it.
I've always been different, and I don't want to do those sorts of things anymore. I want to be a better person." And he's just sobbing on you and like babbling.
Kelly,
Over
like,
his shoulder, Wayne is like,
yeah, Kelly's like trying to gesture to Max to give him a hug, just like
Max is
Hunter's
back.
just like,
hug him.
Max's first hug, and it's with the huntsman.
First hug, don't lie.
it's not. It isn't.
But
There's
yeah,
been other
Max
hugs.
hugs.
First platonic hug, sorry.
That's fair.
Yeah, he's just wailing
Yeah.
and bawling on you.
He just kind of like slowly, like looking over at Wayne, like, what the fuck do I do? But there, big guy. It's all. Don't eat arms. Okay.
I try so hard, and I always have, but the rest of my siblings, they don't understand. They want me to be the monsters that they are, but I'm not. I have feelings. I feel things. Like like guilt and love. I'm pretty sure I feel those things.
How about you come sit down in your nest?
Yeah, I'm not the person to talk to you about those types of
yeah,
things.
yeah.
I would like to cast Find Steed and summon Borkus. Emotional support Borkus.
Incredible.
Kelly's just like leading him off of Max into
Yeah.
his like horrible little nest of blankets.
Borkus shows up.
is
I
here.
pour him a cup of hot chocolate. Hey there, bud. Come along now. It's a safe place here, you know? Your feelings are valid, the ones that you totally have.
And he like sits down he sits down very heavily. The floor shakes. The pipe around you shakes as he sits down on the pile of rags. And he just kind of he's like draped his arms over his knees, and his head is hanging there. And he like pets Borkus, and he says, "See, like, even right now, I want to bite your dog, but I'm not doing it, and I won't do it because that would be wrong."
Wow. First of all, that was big of you to note that, and thank you for sharing. Borkus is here for you, and we're all here for you, you know?
Thank you,
Brian's
Borkus.
That's not Wayne, that's Borkus.
Yeah, no, I figured.
I imagine you guys doing it at the same time, like simultaneously.
You just don't understand what it's like to be the only Danan with human emotions.
Yeah, but it must be hard, you know? And I feel like you do want to do the right thing. I can sense it. You know, you want to get sand off the streets. That corruption is really there.
I really do sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay, well, yeah. Hey, that's more than not at all, you know?
You're
I think
very
we're
good at
moving-
finding the bright side, Wayne.
Yeah. I think we're moving in the right direction, you know?
I knew you'd understand. I knew you'd be a better family for me. I knew you'd be able to help me understand these things that I probably feel and to do the right thing and make better choices. Well, all right. Or not, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I should just go eat everybody.
No, it's okay. No,
Maybe
no.
it's a sign. Maybe I really should just go eat everyone right
No,
now.
you shouldn't.
I hug him again.
No, you're doing the right thing. Ryan, I cannot believe you fucking left us. You're doing okay.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Spoon feeding more hot chocolate.
We're happy to know that you want these things. We want those things
my
for
God.
you.
Yes.
That's very good.
It's just like a hot chocolate train where you have a couple cups going. So, like, as you pour it to him, another cup gets filled.
Oh, he's just downing it. Yeah.
Having feelings can be tough, you know, especially when you feel as hard as you do.
Yeah. I do.
Everything feels big, right? It's bigger.
Yeah. I mean, I am big, and you've got big feelings. You know, I've got so much room inside me for feelings. I don't even have blood. It's just feelings in there.
Yeah.
It's got to be really
That's
hard.
tough. Yeah.
You
That's
got a
hard.
big heart, you know? That's the biggest thing.
I don't
Heart's
have that
almost too
either,
big.
but
I was insane.
where it would be, I'm just full of emotions.
Mm-hmm.
In like the shape of a heart,
Shape
But
of
no,
a
What
big
does
heart.
that look like?
but not a real one. Yeah. He
More
kind
like-
of like reaches out and scratches in a heart in the wall.
So, maybe should we huddle?
Yeah, let's huddle.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I meant.
You just hang out with Borkus for a second. He wants to have some one-on-one time with you, and we're gonna
Okay.
take a moment.
All right. I won't eat him.
Please don't.
That's progress right
Please.
there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Shuffle our
Shuffle
little
over.
butt cheeks across the room.
Yeah.
So guys,
What the fuck?
What
I
is
don't-
happening?
I don't know. I think we just gotta get through this, right? We gotta get this sand off the streets. And I don't know if you guys know, we can lie to him. We can tell him things that aren't true.
Can
Is
we
that-
though?
Why? And do we have to?
I mean,
Because I'm not good at lying. I'm
he's
not good at
probably-
lying.
I'll lie
Sure.
for you. It's like the thing is, he can get us where we need to go. So either we can get the information we need out of him now, or we can maybe work together with him. But I feel like we don't need to leave this room with his decapitated head. You know?
I don't think we would be successful at doing that
Mhm.
anyway.
Oh, let's be
I mean,
honest for a second.
we haven't tried.
I mean, we might.
I mean, he seems really sad.
Yeah.
He
He did say he could smell the sand. So
That's what I'm saying.
I think we can work with him. I think that's a good thing. I think we can. Here's the thing. I don't want to lie to him, because if we don't lie to him, maybe we can make some genuine permanent progress. Don't make that face at me, Max.
I mean, we could.
Max, you don't get to make that fucking face at me. You made a deal with her.
I mean,
You made it. You made
She
a
doesn't-
deal with her.
it isn't fake though.
And hold
Doesn't
on a minute
depend.
there. And we like execute people in this country, right? So we could just, find arms for him to eat. It doesn't. It's kind of only
Or
like
we could
half
find
a
something
lie
for
right
him to
now.
eat that's not arms. Maybe we could introduce him to beef. Like,
He wants to eat my dog.
see,
So
I mean,
I
sandwiches.
see
Pizza.
what I'm just saying.
You wouldn't
what I'm-
feed Borkus to him, though, right?
No, of course not. But I'm just saying it means he wants to eat something other than limbs. And I mean, he could this is not totally cool, but he could eat Borkus because Borkus shows back up again. I would
But-
never do that to him, but just.
I was gonna
just
say,
saying.
I don't think that would be fair to Borkus.
I agree.
The endless cyclical cycle of being summoned and eaten and summoned again is a war
Probably
crime.
bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. In that case, I think you should take the lead on this, Wayne. He seems to be drawn to you.
All right. So I think we turn back around, walk on back over to him, and I want to I was gonna say I squat down to get to his eye level. I probably hunch a little bit to get to his eye level. And hey there, bud. So I'm just, I want to level with you here. I think you and us, we all have kind of a common goal, to eradicate sand, from coming over. And I think we could do that together, with your ability to kind of track where the sand is. I mean, I'm sure we could work our way back to where it's coming from, and take that whole chain out. Do you want to work together?
Like a family, right?
Like a family. Yeah, absolutely. Right, guys? Like a family.
Like a family.
Sure.
Forever.
Yep. Forever.
Well, only one of you said it that time. Before everybody said
Right,
it.
guys? Like a family. Forever.
Like a family.
Forever.
I don't know how long I'll live, but
Forever.
Till we all die. Everybody, hands in. Family till we all die. 3, 2, 1.
Wayne.
Family till we all die. Nobody else said it. Okay.
He said, family till we all die.
Yeah! This
Not
guy
me, but
gets
the
it.
rest of you.
This
yeah,
guy gets
it.
absolutely.
Yeah, all right. So, I mean, I think we could work it out. What kind of leads do you have right now? Or have you kind of just been striking out in the dark?
Well, mostly when it gets dark, I go outside, and when I smell it, I bite the hand off of whoever has it.
That's all right. Okay.
So
And
we
that's
can
been working. That's been working pretty well for me so far, if I'm being honest.
So I like part of that plan. I like the we meet up and you
Biting
go
off
out
the hands part.
the
No,
going
not
out
that
at
part.
night part.
Right, the other part.
The going out at night part.
Okay.
Like that. The smelling the sand. So here's the thing. When you're just biting the hands of the people who have it, that's just like trying to like patch small holes.
Well,
you need to find the leak.
Here's the way that I figured it right, is if they have it, then I bite one arm off, right? And then if I catch them doing it a second time, then I bite the other arm off, and then they can't even hold it anymore.
Okay, but then they can't do anything anymore.
I guess that's, yeah.
So they can't make up for what they did wrong.
I don't follow you.
I think we just go.
But somebody's putting it in their hand, right? So if the person who puts it in their hand is the initial person who had it, in their hand. So if you think about it, they're the ones you want to bite their arms off. You know what I mean?
I've kind of figured I'd get around everybody sooner or later, right? Just by process of elimination.
That's a good point.
Because no one would have arms, potentially, by that point.
I mean, I guess.
So it's just going to make your work a lot harder. See, think about it like this. Let's say, they give out a little bit of sand every day, and then more people start taking it, and then more and more people have it every single day. You can't track them all down. It gets more and more every day. It's only one of you.
Or they notice your patterns and start using you.
Or they just start using the sand as soon as they get it instead of waiting until they get home, and then you can't catch anybody because they're all already on the sand.
See, this is why I like the biting the arms off plan, because you're talking about a lot of things here, and it's hard to keep them all straight.
We should just go.
Here's the thing. What about one night?
Max.
I'm saying all together.
If we can't end it tonight, eat as many arms as you like.
Wayne.
Actually,
Wayne.
we'll probably end it tonight.
We end it tonight. You take us. We work together. You take us to the place where all of the sand is, and we're gonna. Isn't it like the early night? Isn't it like early times?
Wait.
I thought it was like 9 a.m.
Oh, I thought it was like.
It was daytime because Ryan Beckinsale wanted to go into the sewers while the sun was
and
up.
he wouldn't
He was
come
hiding
out.
in the shadows. Yeah.
Yeah, he wouldn't come out when I
Coward.
backsassed him. So maybe not tonight, maybe tomorrow night, because here's the thing. Right now, maybe not all of it, but a big portion of it is with the lamplighters, who are trying to keep it off the street. So we don't
get to it.
Well, but they're keeping it away from people. They don't want anyone to use it.
They have it.
But they're like storing it, like you would store grain. Grain.
No, because you use grain.
I don't think anybody should be storing it.
What about like when you have a chamber pot, right? And you fill it up, and then you get rid of it all. It's like they're storing the poop and urine for later, and then getting rid of it.
Listen, when you were taking also,
you know what I mean?
Point of order. When you were biting people's arms off. when you were biting people's arms.
What a time. Thank you for the bits.
Hello. When you were biting people's arms off, you weren't taking the sand from them, because when we were taking them to the hospital, we were still finding the sand on them. So you were just leaving it with them.
You don't know how to destroy it, do you?
I mean,
could you eat the sand?
Ugh.
No.
No.
I mean, I could, but like, it's not an arm.
Yeah, but what would it do to you?
The
Like
sand connects you to something vast and dark and ancient. It gives it a foothold in your mind. And no one is strong enough to resist it.
So give us today, give us tomorrow to find out more information, to find out how to destroy it. Because biting people's arms off isn't going to change the fact that it's here.
Mhm.
We got to get rid of it, right? Do you know how to destroy it?
I guess I sort of maybe I would chuck it in the water or something.
Well,
Maybe.
let's find out if that works. Because what if it doesn't work and then it just poisons all the fish?
And gets in our water.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And then
then
everyone has sand in them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, this is hard.
It's things are a lot more complicated now than the last time you were here.
And this is what it's like being in a family.
Mm-hmm.
In a good family.
Fine.
You promise you're not going to leave?
Yes, I promise. I'll stay here. Wait for you to come back.
And you won't bite any arms off tonight.
Won't bite any arms off tonight. What if somebody comes in here and tries to kill me?
If someone tries to kill you, you may eat their arms.
That's an exception to the
for
rule.
sure.
Yeah.
That's self-defense.
All
I'm
right.
not gonna begrudge.
If they look like a dead guy with red eyes, short hair, you can definitely eat him.
Okay. That's fine, I suppose. Can you leave your dog?
Are you gonna
Well-
eat him?
No.
Can I instead check that?
Hold on a second.
Yes.
I'm gonna roll a real die because I have it in front of me. Yeet.
fine.
I got a 13.
Yeah, he's gonna eat Porcus.
Uh,
Oh no!
I really need Borkus for he'll be back tomorrow, He's got some important work to do with us.
Fine.
Should we not take him with us?
Not right now.
Borkus?
But he can smell it.
Yeah, well,
Well, Marcus, yeah.
You're supposed to go meet your friend or to talk to him. You want to
I
bring
forgot about
Mr. Bitey with us to go
No,
talk to your
but
friend?
Maybe while I'm talking to him, Mr. Bitey can go sniff out some other suspects or something.
I don't think we should press
Do
our
you-
luck here. I think
Listen,
we got
okay.
pretty much the most optimal outcome
We've
here.
All
we've
right.
come to an agreement.
No,
I don't
you're
want to
right.
bring him outside
I
in the
appreciate
daytime.
you.
I don't want to cause a
Hmm.
panic.
Hmm.
He's kind of scary. He's
just
scary.
big. It's fine.
Just petting Borkus.
he's got a
He's petting Porcus, but
sniffling.
there is a full thing of
Yeah.
drool hanging out of his
Snot
mouth.
bubble.
He's got
Yeah.
a shit ton of teeth. He's got one hand that's fine, and then one hand that can turn into a fucking knife, or whatever
Sure.
the fuck he feels like.
He also
scare
ate your
someone.
magic that one time.
He did.
He did also do that to me.
He did. Is there a way we can track him if he decides to leave here?
Borkus can smell him.
Got a big whiff of him here.
Okay. Okay, let's go. I don't think we have anything else to say to
I give him a hug
our
first.
cousin.
He will hug you back.
Nice.
Hunter just waves awkwardly at him.
Oh, after Wayne hugs him, he just stands there with his arms out.
Kelly,
Borkus jumps up and gives him one of those standing dog hugs. And they're like, and all right, that's about it. Let's get on now, Borkus.
Kelly will go over and do one of those one-armed side hugs with him, and just be like, "We'll see you
A
tomorrow."
little hover hand.
He will go to hug Max. And
Once
then
you
he
get
will-
I
fast-
guess it would be
The
like
first
this.
Yeah. It's the first time Max has ever hugged up.
I know, it's weird. It's
Yeah.
wrong. It's
Yeah.
wrong.
You're the little spoon. And
Max would be the little spoon anyway.
Yeah, you're right. Shit.
and then he will go to hug Hunter also.
They will very reluctantly and stiffly hug him.
Okay, good hugs, family.
We will see you tomorrow.
Remember, what's it? Family until the day you die.
That's right. Yep,
Family
that's our
until the
motto.
day you die.
Okay, I'm walking out now.
Yeah, he just like stands there
Not
waving. You can see like even after you get to the end of the sewer tunnel, you can look back and you can see a silhouette still just standing there like waving at you.
I feel like weirdly bad.
I
know.
gotta
I
say, I
don't.
feel like that went about as good as it could go, right? Like,
That was
I mean-
strange.
we got at least a whole day out of him.
If he's telling the truth.
You know,
I think he's telling the truth as much as he can understand the truth.
mhm.
But he thinks he can understand the truth, which is...
I would say if we didn't talk to him, there was like 100% chance there would be somebody with there at least one person missing an arm tonight. Whereas now that chance is substantially lower. I'm not saying it's 0, but it's lower. And we didn't have to fight him and possibly die on our own.
That's fair.
That's true.
I've been kind of wanting to fight, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been
Gallows.
a while.
Max is just casually swinging Gallows.
Did Ryan ever answer me?
No, he did not.
Fucking coward.
Ryan, that was some bullshit.
Still doesn't answer you.
Because you're not using his call sign.
I'm not gonna use his call sign.
Then
Good.
he's not going to answer.
Well, then he's
Do
not
you
gonna
want to
answer
try, Wayne? I mean, you can
That was
try.
bullshit.
This is MVP to QB. QB, over and out. Are you there?
You also do not receive a reply from Ryan
Yeah,
Beckett.
you know, his
Maybe he's dead.
connection must be bad. Maybe there's like a thunderstorm where he is.
I don't think that's how this works.
He's in a tunnel.
Could be.
We're all in a tunnel.
That's it. We're in a tunnel. Max, you're like the smartest dude I've ever met.
Yep. Yes.
All right, so we've got to talk to your buddy at Lamplighter Tower. We got to find out how to destroy the sand once we find the sand, because if we can't destroy it, he's gonna just keep biting people.
Mirrodin's working on that, though, right?
And
Possibly.
we should probably check on him and let him know we have a timetable now.
Mm-hmm.
It's only been a couple of hours since the last time you talked to Mirrodin, so he's probably still working on it. Safe to assume.
Worst things worse, we get him in tomorrow morning, give him a day to work it out.
My question is, Hunter, was my twin like lead to use drugs?
I mean, I don't think that's something I would do, but that doesn't mean it's not something they would do. But it also sounds like, from what you and Kelly saw, that there would have been some signs.
Oh, I didn't see.
Oh, you meant when we saw the other guy. I thought you meant when with the brain spiders. I was like, that wasn't me. Yeah, he was doing a lot of the guy we saw was doing a lot of like rambling and
Talking about the Raven Queen and stuff.
and
Speaking of, what are the Ravens up to?
I mean, they're around.
Were they around during that whole scene?
I don't think you
In the
saw them.
sewers?
I don't think you saw them in the sewers with you, but they were probably still nearby.
Okay. Okay.
They're definitely waiting for you when you got out.
Well, if he... I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
I think it's on to Simon now. You know, let's get that next piece of the
If
puzzle
they're
and then
ready
kind of
for
go from
us.
there. We're like, pretty big deals.
I don't know. Alec was being a little bit of a shit this morning.
I think if he was being a little bit of a shit, he wouldn't have told us in the first place that you could come talk to him. I think he probably would have invoked his rights and said that you couldn't come see him.
That's
I
fair.
think he's just sad we forgot his birthday again.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he'll be all right. He'll be
Then
ready when we get there.
Let's go to Lamplighter Tower.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can absolutely make your way back through Cheapside and up through the rest of Calderon. And before long, you do arrive in Lamplighter Square, which is kind of just this paved circle. And off to one side of it, there stands Lamplighter Tower with the fire burning at the very top of it, as always. And I think there are a few lamplighters milling around out front, but they clearly recognize you when you get there and they greet you. They kind of like nod their heads. They're not sure if they're supposed to like salute you or defer to you, but they know you're important. So they kind of just stand there and they like bow their heads. They're not quite like saluting you, but they look like they want to. And then one of them is going to say, "Milady and lords and everybody." Sorry, it didn't feel right.
No, that's unnecessary. Kelly's fine.
Right. What brings you to Lamplighter Tower?
We're, and I say we, but mostly he's here to speak with someone who came in with the group from Peregrine House, Simon.
Right. Yes, that business. Awful thing. Awful place. I can get Luminary McMorrow. I'll just be 1 second. He has a haunted expression in his face. If one of you wants to roll insight, you can feel free.
I'll roll.
Okay.
Yeah, my insight's...
My insight's one of my good ones.
Let's check.
Doesn't matter because these dice are bullshit. It's a 7.
Okay. That's not very good.
Taking advantage.
You can use an advantage.
All right, I'll use an advantage.
Okay.
Let's be greedy.
Yeah. A little better.
That's a 12.
12. Okay.
Pretty
I'll say
good.
12 is enough. I think you can tell from like the sort of haunted expression on his face and the way he's talking that he was maybe there for the raid.
Was there a lot of violence when you conducted the raid? What happened?
Not much violence per se. He doesn't seem like he's very excited to talk about it, but he will take a deep breath and he'll say, there were just a lot of people, unfortunate people, and I'd always been told Peregrine House was a way station, a sort of place for people with nowhere else to go, no one to care for them, or unable to care for themselves. But they were, the people inside, they were raving, they were half mad. They didn't even know where they were, they didn't even know what was real and what was in their minds. They were possessed.
Like they were on the sand.
Yeah.
That is all locked up now, correct? Secured.
Yes.
We are looking for a way to safely destroy it.
The sooner the better. stuff is a blight.
If you could find McMorrow for us. Thank you.
Yeah, I think while he's telling you the story, one of the other lamplighters has disappeared through the heavy doors of Lamplighter Tower and will return around this moment with Alec McMorrow in tow. The only difference in his uniform is that he wears the badge of a luminary as opposed to just a run-of-the-mill lamplighter. And he will nod to each of you. He looks tired. He has like circles under his eyes. He has clearly been dealing with some shit since you saw him for breakfast. Bye, Raph.
Hey, everyone's gonna go out at this point. Who's next?
Apparently.
Knocking on wood.
Yeah. It hasn't happened to JD yet. I don't think it's... Oh, no, it did happen to Corey.
It
Just
happened to
JD.
me.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Hey, bud.
Hey,
What's
bud.
up?
Cool. So, yeah, you... So, Alec appears. He looks worse for wear. He looks tired. He looks like he has had a day. And he...
Wow.
What happened, buddy?
Everything okay?
You know how it is. Prodigal Son, good show.
Oh, listen. Wow.
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 It's a great review right there. Perfect.
10 out of 10 episode. So,
Anyway.
yeah. Alec steps out. Greetings. He holds up a hand, says, look, I told you that I'd get you in and let you talk to people as you need to. I'm not sure you want to.
Take us.
He will let out a deep breath.
Actually, I think Max would turn to the rest of the group and say, you all don't have to come if you don't feel like you want to.
I'm going with you, Max.
I'm all
Of
in.
course you are.
Okay.
Okay. Lead the way.
He will lead you into Lamplighter Tower, and he will lead you down the spiral stone staircase lit by torches into the prison underneath. And you've been here before, but unlike last time, it is loud. In the prison under Lamplighter Tower, there are more people here, first of all, and there are people wailing and screaming and sobbing and laughing, just like that. And there's just a cacophony of noise when you get down there, and he will the prison, as you remember from being here, is kind of a series of dead man switches, a series of like doors and passageways, gateways that open and close depending on what levers and mechanisms the lamplighters who stand guard are pressing. And so you pause with Alec McMorrow leading you in front of the first set of gates, and then they open as the lamplighter standing on the other side pulls one of the levers. It opens for you to pass through, and you find yourselves walking in between two rows of cells that are fairly packed with people, ? But they have wasted away. They are almost universally emaciated. It looks like their hair is falling out. They've lost teeth. Their eyes are set deeply back into their skulls. Their skin is drawn tight to the point where sometimes it looks like they don't have, noses and things like that. Like you could almost see the skeleton underneath with just the skin stretched over it. And they are making so much noise. None of them are talking to each other. None of them really even appear to be talking to you. They just appear to be talking, crying, laughing at whatever it is they're seeing. But as you move between them, they do say a few things to some of you.
Mhm.
And Hunter, as you walk between them, one of them, there's a sharp noise as one of the people in the cell throws himself up against the bars. One hand that is almost ending in like claws. It is so, he is so thin, stretched out, like grabbing for you, not able to reach you by any means. You're not in any danger. He has this long, sort of stringy black hair around his skull, and he's just sort of reaching out, grabbing towards you, and he's smiling this wide, toothless grin, and he's just like saying to you again and again, he says, "Echo, echo, 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 echo."
Hunter definitely jumps at the loud noise and freezes and just stares at him. And then keeps walking.
Keep staring. And then, Max, you're maybe not surprised. And you're so focused that maybe you don't really take note, but you kind of hear these general whisperings around you as you move through that says, "Not alone. Not alone. Are you? Not alone. No. She's with you. She's with you. She's watching. She sees you." Kelly.
Mhm.
In your case, I think it's kind of, you pass by one cell and there is a woman who is, her back is set against the bars. She's crouched down on near the ground, just kind of in this dirty smock. Her hair is also almost completely fallen out, but you can tell that it was like this sort of flaxen blonde color at some point. And she kind of jumps when you walk by, looks at you, looks you up and down with these like eyes. You see that they're sort of clouded over, a little milky, a little cataracty. She says, in a voice that sounds far too young for someone who looks like she does, "Where is the rest of you?"
Gone.
She starts weeping. And Alec shudders the entire time this is happening. You can see he's kind of got his shoulders sort of hunched up under his ears. Wayne, when you walk past, people run away from you. They move to the backs of their cells, almost like animals when a light is turned on. they try to get as far back into the shadows as they can, as far away from you as they can be. But they don't make any less noise in the process. And Alec leads you past all of these people through another set of the doors and into a room that you would remember. This is the room where you fought the warden. What feels like a lifetime ago. Everything that was in this room has been removed. Now there is only a single table with a few chairs scattered around it. There's a fire burning in the hearth. Seated on one side of the table, with his arms bound to the arms of the chair, you recognize Simon. His eyes go wide when you walk in, Max, when everybody walks in. And he starts talking pretty much immediately. He says, Max, tell them. You have to tell them I didn't have anything to do with this. I didn't know.
I think Max just kind of like puts out a hand and says, don't worry, I believe you.
Thank God. Alec is not saying anything. He kind of moves to one side of the door. Like he's just, his face is professionally neutral. And he is just going to let you do your thing for now, at least.
Does Simon look normal? Like he doesn't look like he's been...
Yeah, I mean, compared to what you have seen walking through the prison, yes, he looks completely normal. He looks like he is in clear possession of his faculties. He looks healthy.
Simon, what happened? Tell me.
I was asleep, and then the next thing I know, they were breaking down my door to arrest me. They arrested everybody.
They said they found a bunch of sand in Peregrine House.
I didn't know.
I want you to know that I do believe you. You have my trust. But you must know something.
I'm going to leave it up to you. But you either have to roll deception or persuasion.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Maybe if you put like lip gloss on first.
No, they're both the same.
Well, the real question is,
do
you believe him or not? Are you lying to him?
I think Max desperately wants to believe him, but there's like a tiny, tiny little part that is just like replaying the betrayal over and over again in his mind and knowing that he's probably been involved in some bad stuff before, whether it was by choice or not. I don't know. There's like a little part of him that doesn't believe. Wow. All right. Okay. Yeah.
Let's do it.
I want to roll deception.
Okay, that is an 8. We do have 4 advantages left.
Do it.
This seems important to Max. I think
Yeah.
you should use it.
Okay. Wow. Hold on.
Okay.
This little bad boy's a little slow for me.
Yeah, it's all good. That's a 3.
This dice roller.
Okay, well, you know, the dice tell the tale, so.
Yeah. So was that a flat 8? The higher of the 2?
The other one was.
Well, I just mean, what's your bonus? Do you have a bonus?
Oh, I have a +2, so it's a 10.
Okay. So it's a 10. All right.
Mhm.
Cool. So you see, he hears you, he listens to you, but his eyebrows kind of knit together. You can see his expression changing as you talk, and he says, "You don't believe me."
Simon, I want to believe you. You don't have the cleanest track record as far as necessarily doing good or making the right decisions. I'm not saying I do either. Let's make that clear. But I know I've done some stupid things. And I know you have too.
He is quiet for a while. He says, eventually, he shakes his head and he breaks eye contact with you, Max, and he kind of looks dead ahead into nothingness. And he says, "I don't know anything."
Then tell us about the people you were housing in Peregrine House. They are all severely, I don't know, diseased and intoxicated with this sand. You knew that.
He says, "I won't talk to you."
Simon, I'm the only hope and choice that you have. You don't talk to Alec. You won't talk to the light folk. I don't know what the fuck they're called, honestly.
He nods at Hunter and says, "I'll talk to them."
What?
Are you going to actually talk to them, or is this some kind of a weird power play because you feel upset that you didn't get whatever reaction you wanted out of Max? Because there are real people suffering right now. We're not here to play games with you.
I'm tied to a chair. What am I going to do?
People can do plenty tied to a chair.
I'll do it. I can do it.
You don't have to do it.
If Simon will talk to me, then I'll talk to him.
Fine.
I'll tell you the truth if you want to know it. He will nod at Hunter again and say, "They can't lie." They promise nothing bad will happen to me as a result of what I might say. He gives a pointed look at Max, says, "I'll believe them."
if there's something that demands my response, then I don't know if Hunter will be able to stop me.
There he is. There's the Max Miller that I remember.
Max, if that promises what it takes for him to talk.
Fine. But I'm staying here.
I'll talk to them alone.
I don't think you get to make demands.
I'm okay with that, Max.
I'm not. Simple as that. I'm not. Tie me to a chair.
If we need information, and this is the only way to get it, I am fine with it. I can do this. I'm not afraid of him.
I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about...
X, you can't be in control of everything.
Do you know what I'm worried about?
Hopefully you're
really
worried
care.
about those people suffering in the next room who are all under your care. I hope that's what you're worried about.
I'm worried about the angriest man I have ever known nursing a 10-year-old grudge against me, not liking what I have to say, and cutting my head off while I'm tied to a chair.
I'm not going to cut your head off, Simon.
That would be cowardly. Max isn't a coward.
I guess the gallows blade axe is just for show then.
It's for
It's
people
not for
fighting.
you. But fine. I said I wanted to believe you. I just needed you to remind me.
But you don't. And he will look he looks sad, but he still has that, he will fix his gaze back straight ahead like he is not going to give anything to you. And he will say quietly, again, voice almost breaking, I wanted to believe you.
I think Max just walks out.
Wayne follows. Kelly, are you also leaving?
Yeah, Kelly's not gonna give Simon like another look, but she will stop kind of next to Hunter and be like, we're right outside the door if you need us. And then she like kind of like touches where the wyvern badge is kept. And she will go wait in the hall.
Well, as we're on our way out, though, I do want to whisper in Hunter's ear, hey, don't forget you could read his thoughts. Just throwing that out there. And then I walk out the door.
Don't forget about the very useful spiders inside of you.
I know I do all the time.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. It's fine.
Used to it after a while. Alec is gonna like go to the door and stand in it for a second. He's gonna look at you, Hunter, just to wait for like a nod or a signal or something that you're okay.
I think Hunter nods at each of them as they leave, and that includes Alec.
Okay. And he will shut the door. He will leave and shut the door behind him, leaving you and Simon alone.
And Hunter will grab a chair, pull it over so that they're sitting across from him, sit down on it, and just say, well, it seems like we're doing this.
He takes a deep breath, like he's steadying himself. I'm not lying. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what happened. I knew that the people in Peregrine House weren't well, but that's why Peregrine House exists. To take care of people who are unwell, who can't care for themselves.
Did you know why they weren't well? Did you have any idea what was going on with them?
Of course not. I don't even know what sand is. My job was to care for people. My job was to protect them. That was how I earned my keep, my place there.
If your job was to protect them and that was what you were doing, Simon, what are you so worried about Max hearing that you're afraid he won't like?
Maybe you know a different Max Miller than the one that I did. I hope you do. I hope that's true. Maybe he has changed. I would like to think that I have. The Max Miller that I knew, he was quick to pass judgment. And he was quicker to carry it out. I know what he thinks must have happened with the Azure Knights when we were both part of it. But Max was uncompromising. There was no room for gray. There was no shades of variation. Everything was black or white. And people who broke the law, who made mistakes, he dealt with them just the same.
But Simon, you're not saying you made a mistake. You're not saying you broke the law. Even if he were that uncompromising, what reason would he have for hurting you?
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if I did or didn't do it. What matters is if he believes I did. To him, we betrayed him. And I won't deny that we did. We did, yeah. But there was the Knights have been around as long as the kingdom has. And there is no king anymore. All that was left was this vague idea of traveling the kingdom and helping people in need and saving people who needed saving. But things change. We didn't live up to that ideal. We didn't live up to the ideal or the code or the creed of the Azure Knights. But of course we didn't. He would never accept that. He couldn't. And his words catch in his throat. I loved him for it. But I also knew that if he knew my part, he could never love me back. And maybe he wasn't capable of that anyway. You know him.
Simon, you're talking a lot about your history with Max. You're not talking about what happened at Peregrine House.
Just answering your question. You asked me a question.
My question was, what is the reason he would be angry at you for this? And I don't think it's purely that you expect him to retaliate against you because of what happened in the past. That certainly didn't stop you from coming to him and asking for his help. He didn't attack you then.
I hoped he had changed. You and I both know Max Miller is not driven by a rage or a hatred at anything external. We both know that what fuels him is how much he hates himself. And I hoped that maybe he could have made peace with that over the years.
Simon, we are not here to psychoanalyze Max Miller.
And ask me a question that doesn't have to do with him. I've told you what happened. I've told you what I know.
And what your story is that you have been a good Samaritan, taking care of people who are horrifically addicted to substances, and that under your own roof, these substances were being stored, and you somehow had no idea.
Yes.
I would like to insight check him.
Go for it.
I hate this dice roller.
3 advantages in the pool, I'm just saying.
I'm about to go get those dice from the
I know.
from the Headless Angel.
I am debating just rolling my die for Hunter.
You can. You absolutely can. Are you spending the thing from the pool?
I am.
All right.
That is a neat 7.
Okay. As far as you can tell, he is being completely sincere. Especially about the stuff about Max.
Simon, why did you choose me?
Because you were good. I don't think you have made many mistakes in your life. I know what that looks like on a person.
How? How do you know that?
If you know where to look, if you know what it looks like, you see it everywhere. Everyone is weathered in different ways, missing pieces or scuffed or chipped or cracked. It's a weight that they carry on their shoulders everywhere they go. You don't have any of that. I can see why he loves you.
Hunter, very much up until that moment, clearly had a response like that was building and ready to go. And then Simon says that.
Sorry. Sorry, I don't know.
No, that is fair. You're a monster, Will. And they don't so much freeze as just stop and stare. And then I think they just say, is that what this is about? The fact that you think Max loves me.
Is that what it's about?
Bringing me in here. Telling me you're going to tell your secrets, although you haven't shared a single secret with me. You have
never said that I would tell you my secrets. I said I would tell you the truth.
But that no one else could be here for it. That Wayne, who is as good a person as any I know, he couldn't be here, but it had to be me. Even though Wayne is Max's best friend, it was me that you wanted to talk to.
Wayne. Look, would you like me to step by step explain the choice that I made?
Honestly, yes.
Fine. Your friend Kelly is capable and ruthless. And I don't know that she would care if what I said was the truth or not, to be quite frank. Or that she would believe me, even if I did tell her the truth. Wayne is pure, but he has never had to work for anything. He has never fallen. He's never slipped. In a way, he's as uncompromising as Max. Seems like the kind of guy who would let somebody eat a bunch of arms.
That's really a specific example.
It's just the vibe. You don't know how to see anything but the best in people.
And you were hoping that's what I would see in you.
I was hoping that I would tell you the truth. That you would believe me.
Well, is there any other truth to share, Simon? Or have you put everything you have on the table?
He will be quiet for a second. There is one thing. I didn't think much of it at the time. I didn't have any reason to question. A day or more ago, there was someone at Peregrine House. Someone that I recognized. He falls silent.
Who was it, Simon?
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Hey, thank you for the raid.
Woo!
The perfect dramatic moment. We are questioning. We're in the process of interrogating one of our characters' ex-boyfriends. So thanks for joining. I hope you had a good stream. Thanks so much, Nat 21 Adventures. We are live from the apocalypse. If you've never caught us before, we make actual play content to raise money for nonprofits and aid organizations. We are not for profit. We are currently raising money for the First Nations Development Institute. If you like what you see, drop a follow. Donate if you can. If not, that's totally cool. No expectation. Yeah, that's what we do here at Live from the Apocalypse. We are playing Class Reunion, which is a game about 4 high school students from Ohio who have been trapped in a fantasy world for 10 years. And that pretty much brings you up to speed, I think. But we're going to get back into it. JD, would you give me that line again?
Hunter lets Simon sit there silently for a few moments and then says, "Who was it that you saw, Simon?"
He looks up at you. You. I saw you.
You did not see me, but okay.
I know. It wasn't exactly you, but maybe I should have said something earlier, but I didn't have any reason to question it or think it was suspicious or strange.
But you think it was suspicious or strange now?
If Peregrine House was where this sand was coming from, yes. I saw someone who looks just like you leave, pocketing a bag of something as they went. I thought maybe it was just coin or something.
You didn't think to question that, Simon?
Peregrine House pays for labor. Give people coin for doing simple tasks, pretending to the place.
I would like to use detect thoughts.
Okay. Very cool. So that is a save, I believe, a wisdom saving throw.
I want to say yes. Let me pull
If you want
that
to probe
up.
deep,
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
you can
Yeah,
just
yeah,
get
yeah.
the little fuzz right on top.
You want to
free.
scrape it.
Yeah.
Embrace those spiders inside of you.
I love I love the spiders inside of me.
That's a sentence.
Should have lots of them.
You only have one. Calm down.
I only
Okay.
have 2 beings inside of me.
Humans actually eat lots of spiders in their sleep.
2 wolves. Sometimes when they're awake, too.
It's true.
Sometimes people are made of spiders or are actually spiders.
It's true.
Exactly.
Okay, let me see here. I just need to check on this. There we go. Detect thoughts. Cool. Okay. So when you reach out with your dream weaver, the spider that lives in your brain, and sort of scan the very surface of Simon's thoughts, you get the vibe of what he is talking about. You can kind of see what he is describing as he is saying it. You can sort of see this point of view as Simon pauses halfway down a staircase and looks across a room to where you would pretty much immediately recognize other Hunter putting a drawstring bag that you would also recognize into their pocket before turning and walking out of Peregrine House. You would feel that sort of detached interest, but quick dismissal. Do you want to go deeper?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. When you probe deeper, and I think okay. Okay, cool. You start to probe deeper and you feel resistance. You feel a mental fortitude that Simon has built up. You feel him fighting back against you. You see his brow furrow and his forehead wrinkles as he seems to focus. And I need you to make an intelligence check.
That's not great. That's fine. Everything's fine. That's a 4.
Okay, cool. A 4. That's fine. He fights off your he fights off the Dreamweaver probing. He sort of like buckles down and you see him like his expression changes and you are locked out of his thoughts. And he shakes his head slowly as if trying to like clear away cobwebs. He looks at you and there is more sadness in his eyes. And he says, I guess I can't blame you for that. But I lost everything a long time ago. I spent a very long time without a home or anywhere safe to go or anything that belonged to me. The only thing that I have is my mind. And I will not give that to you.
You're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. If
I have told you everything that I know. My
well,
fate is in your hands.
I still have one final question, Simon.
Ask it then.
If you had nothing to do with this, if you have no idea how the sand got into Peregrine House, who would know that? Who do you think is responsible for this? If it happened right under your nose.
He gives a little shrug of his shoulders and says, Raina. Raina Peregrine.
Then I suppose we will be speaking with Raina next.
Then I await your verdict. It's clear that any kind of like comfort or rapport that he had with you is gone at this point.
And Hunter takes just a step or two, stops before they even move past the chair. And then they turn back to Simon and just rest their hands on the chair and say, you know, when I saw you, when you walked into the stables, all I could think was, that person is so perfect. I mean, you're beautiful. You're doing incredible work. You're helping others. You're self-sacrificing, and it is clear to me that Max still cares about you. And I guess I'm not sure that I was wrong about that assessment. That might still be who you are, and I hope it is who you are. And I hope that for whatever seeds of doubt I have, you will prove me wrong. And be the person that I know you can be. Because that would be a person that Max deserves.
I was wrong about you. You're perfect for each other. He does not make that sound like a compliment.
Goodbye, Simon. And Hunter turns and walks out.
And it's a little late, but we're going to take a break.
God damn it. Also,
Yes.
Steph. Incredible. No, it's beautiful and wonderful. Thank you.
I didn't get to hear it. I'm always so disappointed when it gets caught by the noise gate. All right, cool. Well, we're going to be back in 10 minutes. Don't go
God damn
away. See you real soon. Try to take it away from you.
It's fine.
Oh, no, you would only bully me on stream in front of a live studio audience.
Yeah.
That's what.
And
Through
sometimes in
someone
the
else.
chat.
And always in the chat.
Sometimes in the
And
chat.
in other games.
And sometimes in
And
other
Twitter.
games. And Twitter. Yeah,
It's
that's
fine.
true.
I mean, Twitter's
But
made
only-
for
Fine, I love it.
bullying.
Only those places. Yeah.
Only my safest place.
Whew, if Twitter's your safest place,
That's a questionable. I worry about you now.
Yeah.
I live a very exciting life.
I mean, I know
Yeah.
it's dangerous in Florida with with all those with the nurses who
the loofahs.
The
The
loofahs.
loofahs.
the nurses who have illegal degrees,
Mhm.
What is it?
Alligators.
The line bunnies? The bucket bunnies?
the bucket bunnies,
Bucket
Yeah.
bunnies.
Remember
the
that? That's a
whole
throwback.
people
Mhm.
coming to
is
steal
a
husbands from trade wives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a whole big scandal.
Fucked up, honestly.
It's fucked up.
The iguanas that will
Ton
attack
of
you if you're
iguanas.
menstruating.
Shit ton of them.
I'm sorry.
Don't have them. Don't
Yeah.
have them here. Don't have
That's a
them
new
in
one.
where I am.
The iguanas? I've talked about the iguanas before.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
Yes.
I have talked about the iguanas
You
before.
have.
Iguanas are one of the number one animals that they say that male iguanas are one of the number one animals that they say people with periods should not own, because when you are menstruating, the male iguana will attack you.
What are the rest of them?
I can find the list.
Good question.
You open this up, Will. You open
This
this up.
feels like important information for the audience to have, because I didn't know this. I didn't know there was a list.
Be like Barracuda.
Yeah, probably Barracuda for sure.
Barracuda's definitely on. Nutria is
Yeah.
definitely on that list.
Oh, yeah.
Nutria's
we know
fine.
that.
Nutria
Yeah.
is fine.
Yeah.
Actually, if you own a Nutria, this is me talking to chat. If you own a Nutria, I'm gonna need you to kill it and eat it.
Wow.
That's what we were told by science to do.
Science does recommend eating them.
Science.
It's similar to like how some people eat like muskrats or guinea pigs.
The sad music is still playing.
What?
Over this conversation. I just want you to
Wait,
know.
I can't hear the
it.
music.
Well, last time everybody was like, it's too loud.
Absolutely
No,
not.
it was not. Everyone
It was
I
loving
want it.
beautiful.
Okay, well,
You're taking it away from
I'll
us.
just do that real quick, I guess then.
Yes.
I just
Now I
need to
can
say,
understand the tone.
yeah.
I thought you were just complimenting Wayne there. Wayne's just too amazing. So good at everything he's ever done.
Uh,
Came
just a heads
for
up.
your ass.
That's all I heard. There, ooh, there we
Oh,
go.
whoa.
There it is.
Turn off all that
That's what
stuff
was
manually.
playing?
Yeah, that's what's been playing this entire time.
Good thing it
Nice.
wasn't, because I would have been sad.
So
Anyway.
let's get back into it real quick.
Back in.
Hunter, you leave the room. You leave Simon tied to the chair. I have an important question. Max, are you content with not knowing what is happening in that room?
I was grappling this question while peeing. I
Thank you for your honesty.
Thank you. I'm nothing but. I think he would kind of start going for the door.
Mhm.
And then I think he would just instead just follow Hunter out. Like
My
he would
question-
walk up to the okay.
Sorry.
No,
My
that's it.
question is whether Max was trying to listen to what was being said in the room.
No, I don't
Okay.
think he was.
Okay. I know you got beast
I-
senses sometimes. I'm just curious.
Yeah, but no,
I'm just here to ask the tough questions. That's all.
Yeah, I don't think he
Okay.
would.
All
I think
right.
he would, like I said, go to the door after it was opened,
Yeah.
almost to like get that information because he didn't listen. But then kind of follows Hunter instead.
Hunter, you walk out of the room and Max is waiting right there for you.
Are you
Before Hunter steps out, I think right before the door opens, they do look back at Simon and they look very sad and regretful. And then just nod at him and continue on their way out.
And the expression you get back from Simon, and I'm not going to make you roll an insight check for this, but the expression you get back is very much one of, it's too little, too late. You already did it. And you can't go back.
And I think they're still showing that expression when they step through the door.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. I made a mistake.
By going in there, did he say something to you?
I mean, he said a lot of things to me, but... And they look over at Wayne and say, I took your advice. It did not go well.
Oops.
So I don't think he has anything more to say to me, but he says that he's innocent. He says he was just there to help people and that he had no idea where the sand came from or that the sand was even there. And I did not get a sense of anything to the contrary.
Did he have any leads at all? Another employee, another house, someone who stayed at the house who maybe didn't sit right with him?
Sort of. He saw my twin when they came by a day or two ago.
They stopped by Peregrine House?
To buy sand, it seems like. I don't know why they would have done that. And I wish we could talk to them because I want to know how they even found out that was the place to get it.
They can't have. They had they even left the keep?
I mean, they did. Max, I saw Simon's memory of that moment. It was them. They were there.
Someone must have tricked them or planted, I don't know. Just doesn't.
We found sand in their room.
In their pocket. Yes.
That's what we gave to Mirrodin. That would be a very elaborate
That
plant.
wasn't the one that you gave to Mirrodin. The one from them is still under my bed.
So they had more than one satchel of it.
I don't know why they would have done that.
I don't think whoever's advertising this sand is advertising it as, what it does. I'm sure they're telling them it does something else, something.
That would make sense.
Something.
I don't think many people would willingly take something that they can see other people are deteriorating from. But I don't know.
At least not the first time.
Alec, was there any other employee or really anyone in that building at all besides Simon who was clean, for lack of a better word?
Lots of not employees exactly, because Peregrine House is it's not really a business per se, but they do pay people to work around the house, take care of things, clean things up, build fences, repair, things that need to be repaired, that sort of thing. They give them coin in exchange for that, and they give them a place to stay and usually a hot meal. So you folks who lived there, who helped out, like your friend Simon there, at least in theory, all say they didn't know nothing about this, of course, and seemed lucid. And then, of course, there's Raina Peregrine. She owns the place. It's her house.
Where is she?
Being questioned.
That is who Simon said would be responsible.
And he'll put his hands up kind of preemptively and say, "You didn't say you wanted to talk to her."
No, that's fine, Alec. I assume whoever is questioning her, at the very least, could let us know if there's something that they think we should follow up on.
Of course.
Thank you, Alec. I'm sorry I ate your breakfast.
I was really looking forward to that sausage.
I know. It was your birthday sausage, and I ate it. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'll have more birthdays.
Many more.
You'd better, Alec.
Die.
You'd better.
Like I'm gonna die. I'm a beloved NPC. Maybe we can try that brunch thing sometime. That sounded really nice.
Tomorrow morning.
I can't explain it. It feels very intimate to me in a weird way, honestly. And maybe I'm just projecting that. I don't know. It seems like a strange thing to invite me to.
It's just a meal. That's a typical place to invite friends to join you, as a meal.
Yeah, it just
happens to be a morning meal.
It just doesn't feel like a meal. Look, I'll be there, of course, but it just feels like something. I don't know. It's got an energy about it.
It's good. It's good for information sharing. You'll let us know if you heard anything from the rest of the interrogations. Hopefully, we'll might have something.
A sausage.
Sure. Yeah.
Or
Max will give you a sausage.
Maybe we will know by then how to destroy the sand you have in your session.
Yeah.
Speaking of, if you have anyone guarding, actually, maybe we should guard that tonight.
What do you mean?
Well,
So we found out that the person who's been chewing people's arms off
can find it by smelling it.
Mm-hmm.
And they have seemed pretty indiscriminate about the fact that they'll just bite off anyone's arms if they find them with it. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe it would be better if we took it to the keep with us to Mirrodin.
You figured out who's been doing this?
No.
No.
We have run into the person doing it more than once. When Wayne found the person, when we found,
Roll me a fucking deception check. No.
Let me roll it.
Oh, okay.
Ye- I got a 2.
I'm
I got
using
an at
one
2.
of those.
Okay.
One of those.
Maybe Kelly's better at deceiving than I am. More of a persuasion guy.
It's just these dice.
Listen, my
We have
deception is
used
+2 so.
tonight.
Because this
Yeah,
dice roller's a bully.
I
We love to see
should be
it.
greedy.
We love to see it. There's one left. There's one left. If you really
Jesus,
It's in the
want.
reserve.
don't.
We'll keep that one for later.
Keep that one for brunch.
Went as bad as
he-
well as we said it. No.
It's
Alec is going to.
why did I roll it?
Because you're lying.
You were the one talking the most.
Yeah.
I rolled
I'm
one.
talking, but I'm not the one who said no. I was talking around it.
Yeah,
I rolled
that's still
that.
a
I rolled
deception.
Fine.
I rolled a 2. So
Yeah.
pretty much the same thing.
You both failed. Well, talking around it is still deceiving someone.
Semantics.
No.
And
I was
Alec,
telling him the truth. We ran into him multiple times. He bit the guy's arm off. And we found out that he sniffs it out.
Sure.
Nothing
yeah.
I said was a lie.
No. But it was deceptive.
I'd say we should be good for tonight. We had a conversation with him. We may or may not be bringing him in probably 2 mornings from now. But for right now, we're kind of putting it all on hold. It's kind of like, super secret agent stuff. When you need to know, we'll fill you in at brunch.
It's really fucked up.
It's really
Alec
sad.
Alec is going to look a little hurt. And then a little serious. And he's going to say, he's going to look between all of you and he's going to say, I would have thought we'd be past this. And if you know who's been doing these things, you have to tell me. It's my job. It's our job, and it gestures to keep this city safe.
It's not that simple, Alec.
You will die. You can't fight him. Doesn't matter how many lamplighters you have. He will destroy you all.
You can't ask me to do nothing.
We're not asking you to do nothing. We're asking you to just pause for 2 more brunches.
Max 2 more brunches, not Max.
Oh.
You, Max.
I was like, what?
Alec, it's not
you-
it's not something that we don't want you and your help on. It's something that through no choice of our own,
Mm-hmm.
it is our responsibility to try to take care of it first. We do want to protect the city, I swear. And that in this instance includes you.
And you swear to me you won't hurt anybody else.
If he hurts someone else, it'll be on us.
That's not what I asked.
I swear. No deception check needed.
Mm,
I believe what I'm saying. I swear.
Wait.
I swear. He promised us to at least give him one night. Tomorrow night, maybe he hurt somebody, but for tonight, we're good. We'll say to you what we say to him. Give us one night.
Okay.
He's gonna put cuffs on me?
He's going to look around at all of you again, and he's going to say, everyone in this building swore the same oath. If something happens, if someone else gets hurt or dies, it's not just on you. It's on me. It's on every single person who swore that oath in this tower. Because what you're asking me to do is stand by and do nothing.
What did he say?
We
Don't worry about it. He didn't say anything.
we won't let that happen. I can promise you that.
If he goes back on this agreement, on this deal, well, I can't say for sure it's the last thing he'll ever do, but we will try to make it the last thing he ever does.
It'll come very close.
And I mean, Alec, that's why we're not telling you, because we don't want you to be in that position of having to choose not to do anything, but you can't do anything if you don't know. It's not that we don't trust you.
I do know. I am in that position.
We don't have anything actionable that you can do.
We can tell you his name right now. And that won't help you. So, if you ask us one more time, we'll tell you. But again, you have to let us try to take care of it first before you do anything.
He is he thinks about it for a second. You see his jaw clench. And he is quiet, and then he says, and there is a steel in his voice that you have not heard from him before. He says, "You have earned our trust, at least this far. But if this goes down differently than you say it will, I'm not sure what that means for the city." My friendship only goes so far.
We understand. You're a good man.
I'd better get Simon back to his cell.
Thank you again.
He nods. And he will go back into the room.
As soon as he walks away, Hunter, who is looking very dejected, says, I'm disappointing so many people today.
I think we're doing that as a team.
Hey, we're disappointing so many people today.
As a family.
Hey now.
Until we die.
Until we die. Until
Until
you
we
die.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
I was gonna say, to be fair, I haven't disappointed Simon. He expected everything I would have done.
It's true. It's true.
Okay.
Also, but before we talk about maybe guarding the sand, I just want to put it out there. The brain spider really wanted it. And if it hadn't been for Ak, I don't know what I might have done. So maybe the rest of you should be careful if we're going to be that close to it.
The brain
Just
spider
a thought.
wanted it.
I don't
Yeah.
think we should be in the same room as it. I just think
Honestly, I think we should split up. If
Split up?
This is not all of it. They don't have every single bag of sand that's
We
in the
have-
city.
we have to trust that he is going to keep his word.
I trust Simon more than I trust
Alec
the
McMorrow?
huntsman.
Oh, I was gonna say.
No,
was
we
like,
trust
what?
Alec McMorrow
We
implicitly.
trust
Yeah.
Alec with our entire being.
Yeah.
But
Does
I
he
mean,
still trust
honestly-
you?
Yeah, that's
Honestly,
the
I
devastating
feel
part.
like we can't like ask him to let us take a cartload full of sand across the city to the keep.
No,
You know,
what I'm saying is we can take shifts 2 and 2 or 3 and 1 or whatever. Clearly the huntsman will listen to us, at least in time for us to call for someone else.
Especially
if
if
he's-
that person's Wayne.
Exactly. And if he's running through the streets looking for victims, it's not necessarily going to be the big giant lump in light tower, you know?
Mm.
It's going to be whatever poor sap is on the street with a bag of it in their pocket.
I was more concerned with whoever was dealing it trying to get it back.
That's true. Well, then we can do 3 and 1.
I mean, I don't think anybody should go alone.
I feel like we got to trust
I-
everybody here in the tower to do their jobs. Because, I mean, again, like, I don't feel like they don't trust us enough to do the job we plan on doing tonight. I don't think they want us to, like, take all of the sand that they're currently protecting.
I don't think we should take it, but I'm saying if they're protecting it and the huntsman does come here, they're all going to die.
Then what are we going to do about it?
We'll
You're going to
protect
stand
it.
outside? You're going to
Yeah.
stand outside and wait till he shows up?
That seems counterproductive. The more effective thing would be to just go down to where he is and stay with him. He's
still
He's a
there.
lonely and sad, very emotional, immortal being. You know, probably someone staying the night with him would honestly probably do wonders for him. But we have
Fine.
a couple hours before that happens. We should probably
Let's-
see if Mirrodin has anything for us as a way of destroying or at least containing the sand when we
Right.
try to find the rest of it.
I just worry he's not going to be there.
As you say that,
I don't know.
even though you are underground beneath Lamplighter Tower, you hear the unmistakable ringing sound of horns raising the alarm from the top of Lamplighter Tower, high above your heads. The lamplighters all around you stop what they're doing. They look up, surprise and fear and apprehension on their faces. And at that exact moment, as one, all of the screaming, jeering, crying, laughing, emaciated shades of people packed into the jail cells fall silent. And that is where we're going to end our episode.
What are you doing to me, DM?
Yeah, what are you doing?
My
What are you
heart.
doing here?
Hell.
Listen,
My job.
Hell.
Just my job.
listen. It's
I'm
rude.
listening.
It's
Fair.
rude.
Fair enough.
Stop proving us wrong.
That seems very mean to listen to us make a plan just to go, hey, fuck you.
We're like, Alec, please, we'd never hurt you. Kidding.
Then why did you?
Fuck that
I
one up.
know.
Or not.
I know we did.
Because
Find out next week.
I'm not
You
using
kicked your
the
puppy.
because I'm not using the dice that I set out in the moon with that angel. Which, by the way, one of the kids in the neighborhood fucking stole our headless angel. Little bastards.
On that note, thanks for hanging out, everybody. We have been live from the apocalypse. If you've never caught a stream before, we do this. We play. We make actual play content in the forms of streams and podcasts. Fun, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm
DM.
having a good time.
We
I'm
had
having a good
fun.
time.
Hell yeah. I would and I'm we're gonna go around and do introductions or outroductions, I guess rather.
Outroductions.
Outroductions. So we'll just go in our little order around the outside, starting with JD. What do you have to plug and talk about, JD?
Too many things, as you very well know, Will. That's not fair. You can't hold up a finger when I haven't even said anything. That is totally unfair. Okay, I'm going to go quickly. Tonight, I was Hunter. I will be back as a GM on Friday for our Regency Monster Hearts game, A Season of Secrets and Shadows. Then I will have a back-to-back Sunday of doing Novo with the Lost Caravan, and then coming back here for Academy H, where I am not playing Spectral, but am instead playing Watcher, an angelic-ish being. Who knows what's inside of them? We'll see if we get to find out. It'll be a good time.
Crack them open.
Then I'll be with Tales from the Table Studios on Monday for SCP, A Crumbling Foundation, and then I'll be back here for the premiere of Thy Kingdom Come next Friday, and for the next session of Table 2 for A Season of Secrets and Shadows. So definitely tune in for all of those. And that is all I'm going to plug for now.
I will say that I got to see the individual character art for Thy Kingdom Come today, and it is fucking phenomenal.
Also, the promo looks amazing, Will. I'm just going to put a plug in for that.
It's not done yet, but thank you. And next up is Raph.
Hello.
You good?
I have been Raph, and I have been Max Miller. And I
Yeah, you good? You good, bro?
I've been emotionally distraught. But it's good. Everything's good. That's a Shiro, not a Juniper, so it doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
Chad doesn't know what I'm talking about. It's fine. I was here, and then I will be back here in 2 weeks, but before that, I will be on Friday. I will be in Table 1 of A Season of Secrets and Shadows once again as your resident zombie boy /ghoul/ Question mark, question mark, question mark. There's some mysteries. There's some mysteries afoot. Yeah, that's Friday. What else? Has the loofah changed in this episode? Let's see.
Loofah
I'd
check,
say
everybody.
loofah check. Honestly, I'm feeling.
What's the loofah for
feeling-
like wanting to get bullied in front of an audience?
Probably black.
Black,
Full swap.
black and
Full
purple.
swap.
Yeah.
What was
I guess
purple
that's
again?
mine.
Voyeur or likes to watch.
Oh, that was mine today. It's purple. I just sat and watched myself get bullied through someone else. So
No, that's soft pink is to be in the same room.
I wasn't in the same room though.
It's true,
Oh,
there
that's
was a
true.
door.
Okay. Personally, pink. Because I was watching. Max, purple. And I say that with so much love and also hatred.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that got
Good
dark.
night.
It covers all your bases, doesn't it?
Julia.
From one side to the other.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Julia. I'm the local Delaware cryptid. You can find me at Hexbot on all social media. I was Kelly Violet tonight. I will be back Sunday as the Sorrows, which is just a totally normal person full of spiders. So just come back and see that. That's been a great game. I think that's going to be the last session of that.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah,
Very
we're
short.
doing 4 episodes of that and then cutting back to our main story.
So
Oh my god.
yes,
no.
normally on every other Sunday during Academy H, I play Lara Kroll, who you can hear on the podcast. She's having a time. Other than that, I'm just hanging around in the Discord, so come hang out.
Yeah. And Corey.
Hey, it's me, Corey. I played Wayne Hovacek tonight. You can catch me at Scoochius. I have a bunch of cool secret stuff that I'm working on. This is a Shiro, by the way.
Sure.
Okay.
He's just
Yeah.
hanging out.
Baby.
He's a big guy.
He's big.
Go away, Shiro.
Inside
You'll
of your
catch me back
apartments,
here.
there are 2 cats.
You'll catch me back here in 2 weeks. Come hang out.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And make sure you follow Corey because maybe he'll tweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I retweeted today.
You
I
did.
did it.
You retweeted. You retweeted.
Where's
guess that doesn't count.
Borkus? Where's Borkus?
All right.
Borkus is
Hey.
safe.
What's up? My name is Will. I ran this game tonight, and I will say that it was remarked a couple times that we did not have any combat this session, and we have not had any combat in a while. This next episode,
Challenge.
this next episode, if you're missing the combat aspect of this game, you're gonna want to come back for that because some shit's about to
Hachi.
happen.
Oh boy.
Yep. It's gonna be a good one.
I need to stop
so-
summoning Borkus just for fun and wasting my second level spells every day.
Borkus is right over here. You can't see him, but he's right over here.
This is right off camera.
Yeah,
Oh
laughing.
no.
I ran this game tonight. My name is Will. There's a social media handle up there if you want to follow me on it, I guess, whatever. And I do a bunch of other stuff. I run Academy H. You can catch me tomorrow night playing Donnie Thunder in our 80s all-lady wrestling promotion Call of Cthulhu game called The Eldritch Lady Badasses of Wrestling. Last episode, check that out. It's also our last Wildcard Wednesday game for a while, I think. Nobody else has pitched anything yet. It's not a challenge, JD. But,
Don't tempt me, Will. Don't tempt me. We still have 2 dead, 2 water.
Just a statement of fact.
Incredible.
And Friday
Two
night, I will
waters,
also be at
okay.
table 1 of A Season of Secrets and Shadows, playing Abigail Donatelli, who is the Queen playbook and is a queen in her own right. And I think that is everything I got going on that I have to plug. I don't think I have anything else coming up off the channel. Cool. That's it. If you're not already following the channel, you should do that. There are some social media accounts in the chat that are linked. Steph, how dare you? If you're not already in the Discord community, you can join that. We do have, as you may have gathered from tonight, we do have a bunch of new stuff that is coming down the pipe very, very fast. If you want to know about that, you should follow those social media accounts. You should also join the Discord community. And as always, there will be discussion channels built into the Discord as well to talk about any and all of your feral and or not feral needs.
Ceramic fingers.
Yeah, or her ceramic fingers.
I'll
I
find
guess.
them. I texted my dad, actually. I
Once
asked him if he
again,
could send me a
not
picture.
challenge. Just a statement of fact. We are going to disappear in just a second, but we are going to raid our friend Jess the Human, who is doing some charity streaming, as they often do. They are raising money for March of Dimes, as they have been for a while. So if you happen to be subscribed, you can copy paste that first message with the hases. And if you're not, you can grab the raccoons there. The rack pack, is that what somebody called it the other day? I don't know. Yeah, the rack pack. Somebody called it something, which I thought was pretty good. Maybe that was during the Madigans. I don't know. But anyway,
That
we
sounds
are
like a
going
Madigans
to,
thing.
It sure does. It sure does. But on that note, we are going to call it a night here at Live from the Apocalypse. So say goodnight, everybody.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.
Hey, everybody.